Hey Sea-Doo fans, if you've got questions on how to drive a Sea-Doo personal watercraft or PWC, you've come to the right place. My name is Alvean Azurin, and I'm a Sea-Doo ambassador. Let's walk you through the basics of how a Sea-Doo personal watercraft operates. It may seem intimidating, but don't worry. With a little practice at your own pace, soon you'll be ready to enjoy the water in an exciting new way. We'll start by getting familiar with how a PWC is propelled through the water. It's called a jet propulsion system. Water is drawn up from underneath the PWC from the intake grate. It's then accelerated by the impeller to produce thrust. This accelerated jet of water leaves the rear of the watercraft and propels it forward. The jet nozzle, where the water comes out, changes direction when you turn the handlebars. This is what makes the watercraft turn. It's important to remember, when you turn off the Sea-Doo PWC, you also lose the ability to steer because it needs the jet stream to change the directions. To start the engine, connect the tether to your PFD with this clip. The other end of the cord attaches here, below the handlebars. To start the Sea-Doo, press the red start-stop button. There are two ways to stop the engine. The most common way to shut it down by pressing the start-stop button. The engine will also stop if the tether is disconnected from the watercraft. It's extremely important to make sure that the tether is always clipped to the rider. That way, the tether will always disconnect from the PWC if the driver should fall off. The throttle is always on the right-hand side. Most Sea-Doo PWCs are equipped with a brake on the left-hand side of the handlebars. Pulling the left lever will activate the intelligent brake and reverse system, or IBR, to slow the watercraft down and activate reverse. Some Sea-Doo PWC models also have the option of adding a second tether called the learning key. This key is programmed to limit the top speed of the personal watercraft. It's an awesome option for first-time owners or inexperienced riders to get comfortable with the controls before using watercraft at full power. Living the Sea-Doo life is always a little more exciting when you share it with others. So you may want to take someone along for the adventure. And that's great, but just be aware, adding passengers can change how the watercraft handles. As the driver, you're responsible for making sure the passengers know how to ride safely. Show them the handholds on the side of the seat, the seat strap, or let them know they can hold on around your waist, or whatever makes you most comfortable. Passengers should also be properly seated and be able to rest both feet comfortably in each footwell when seated. Both drivers and passengers must also wear a Coast Guard approved PFD and neoprene shorts. And don't forget to communicate with your passengers. Let them know when you're slowing down, about to accelerate, or need to navigate choppy water so they can brace themselves for the situation. Start slow when riding with passengers and make sure you're always comfortable with how the PWC handles before riding at faster speeds. Sea-Doo PWCs are high-performance machines. Make sure you are able to manage the speed and always ride responsibly. This means always scanning the water for both boats and objects and staying far enough away from others so you can safely coast to a stop. You never want to operate the Sea-Doo at speeds greater than the conditions allow. Get familiar with your PWC and always ride within your abilities. Before you take off on a Sea-Doo adventure, get familiar with the waterways you'll be exploring and keep an eye on the changing weather conditions. Currents, tides, hidden objects under the water, or other hazards can be dangerous. A little research on your chosen riding area will go a long way to an enjoyable outing in the waves. Keep an eye on your fuel as well. We recommend following the 1/3 guideline. Use 1/3 of your fuel on the way out, then it's time to head back to shore with your second third of the fuel. This will leave you the last third of the fuel as reserve. Understanding the navigation rules on the water is also vital. Make sure you're familiar with the navigation buoys and understand no wake zones and proper operating distances from shore and other vessels on the water. A boater safety course will help you understand all the rules of navigating the water. If it's not required by your state or province, we still highly recommend everyone to complete a course. It adds a ton of comfort and confidence to your rides. Before you set out on any wild adventures, it's a great idea to practice in calm water without much traffic, so you get comfortable with all the controls. A little practice will help you get comfortable with stopping distances at various speeds. Making slow figure eights will help you understand how the PWC handles turning and crossing waves. You can also practice using the brake and reverse to help with docking and maneuvering in tight areas like boat ramps and marinas. As you get more comfortable with your Sea-Doo, you'll be able to increase your speed and unlock even more adventures. Before you know it, you'll be driving like a pro. We can't wait to see you out enjoying the Sea-Doo life. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more Sea-Doo how-tos and insider info. You can also find more great content in the Owner Zone section of the Sea-Doo website. We'll see you out on the water.